Hey, what's up my units? I am back with another video. Before I even go on with this video, I will ask you if you can like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 500 by the end of the month. And you know what? It's April. You know, April Fool's, April that. I know I haven't uploaded in 2 days, but it's just because I just thought, hey man, let me wait until like the last week. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be very vibrant and refreshing. So yeah, let's go on to this video and let's cue that intro in. Boom. So really, I really want to start with this, like, players that really couldn't be MVP, but MVP as in, like, you know, if it was just different circumstances. So I really want to start with this Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, I really think if he was just healthy the whole season, he would have been MVP because he's averaging 37 and 6. And before down with his injury, he was the #1 seed. And you know what? He just didn't play that much games. So that's why he's just not in this MVP convo. So the only reason why Devin Booker is not in this MVP convo is really because he just have too much help. And I'm not trying to say that as a bad thing because he is on a 60-win team. I'm just saying he just having Chris Paul here, who really looked like the leader of the team most of the time until his injury. Then Devin Booker just came up. He has DeAndre Ayton. He just has too many people who can actually just score the ball. It's like the 2017 Warriors again. You know what I'm saying? That there's just too much talent and too much people who producing, and that's really it. That's the only reason why I can find Devin Booker not being MVP. He actually grew up to be this one amazing two-way player. He developed this two-way kind of gene, and I just love how Devin Booker just, like, you know, he became this playmaker. You know what I'm saying? He's like a three-point shooting DeRozan right now. So I know the reason why I don't have LeBron. Year 19, I love him. Everybody know I love LeBron. LeBron is one of my favorite players of all time. But the only reason he's just not winning MVP this season is because his team just really sucks. Like, dang, if we want to define the MVP as in really MVP caliber, I'm talking about from the narrative, him and Jokic have the best cases. Because, man, this man LeBron has to do so much carrying. And that's really it. That's the only reason why I don't have an MVP is because his team is just not winning. I'm telling you, bro, if he was a 40-win team or that his team was in the playoffs or even in the play-in, I would have him higher on this list, but he's just not that type of player right now. And the only reason why I really won't consider Stephen Curry as MVP is because he averaged 25, 6, and 5. But the only reason I don't have him as MVP is because really he went on a crazy shooting slump. I'm talking about multiple shooting slumps. I'm like, what the hell, Stephen Curry? This is just not you. People really call me a Stephen Curry hater, and you know what? This is just to prove y'all that I'm just not a Stephen Curry hater. It's just he really had crazy shooting slumps. But now seeing the Warriors kind of like losing like crazy without him, you kind of see the value of Stephen Curry. You know what I'm saying? It's just people really just don't really give him that props. I was one of those people who didn't give him the props. I was like, oh, Draymond Green is the real playmaker of that team. Now I'm seeing that Curry and Draymond Green need to be on that team. They'd be on that same floor together so that duo can work. Draymond cannot work without Curry, and Curry cannot work without Draymond. And it was just a crazy thing. I seen Curry getting carried by his teammates sometimes, and it just, I don't really like to say this because y'all love to say I'm a Curry hater, and I'm just not. And that's why I would say that why he's just not MVP. All right, since I got those guys out the way, let's really just talk about the real MVPs, you know what I'm saying, the top 3, because it actually been a close race this year in recent years, and this has just been a crazy year. So, obviously, for my third pick, I'm going to have Nikola Jokic, okay? Everybody has him as his MVP, but I'm different, okay? Do not hate on me when I say this, but I understand what Jokic is going through. Jokic is leading his team in point, assists, rebounds, blocks. He's literally, you know, the MVP of his team, you know, carrying his team to like the 6th seed. It's crazy. Nikola Jokic is what he's doing. He's having a crazy year on the PER. He has like a 32.20 or something like that, which is like crazy efficient. And like it's kind of hard making me like putting him at third because of the other 2 MVP candidates, and it's just crazy. Like I know like it's kind of either way, but I'm only putting him third because I am biased, but I'm not fully biased as you think, man. Defensive impact, defensive rating, I just feel like Nikola Jokic is there, and he did take that jump defensively, but I really honor defense like a lot. You know what I'm saying? If you got the stats and you got the rating and you just, producing on those both ways of the floor, I'm gonna get you higher on my list when it comes to being the best player in the game. And Nikola Jokic, I just don't feel like he's the best player in the game. And there's no offense to that, you know what I'm saying? This is just 100% opinionated. And it's really hard, you know what I'm saying? In the NBA, he leads, he doesn't lead, but he's just like top 10 in points, rebounds, and assists. And he's doing this as a center, you know what I'm saying? And he's getting all these minutes. He's playing all these minutes, and, he's just leading his team. So if you want to say I'm very opinionated, I'm not going to lie. All right, you got it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why, I just feel like Jokic is number 3, okay? And I have perfectly good reasons. And I just watch a lot of games, and I feel like Jokic, yeah, he's doing all this great stuff, but, rebounding, of course he's going to get all the rebounds. He don't have another big. Points, he's the number 1 scoring option, you know what I'm saying? Offensive rebounding, you know what I'm saying? Assisting, post moves. But people really think that he only do post move passes. No, he does full court passes. He's done everything. You know what I'm saying? Jokic has just been a great passer. He gets the rebound, hit full court pass. If somebody's open in the corner, he would just dot it to you. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. I never seen a ball float like that when it comes to passing. You know what I'm saying? It's just Nikola Jokic. Yeah, he's just a crazy player. I'm sorry I have him on 3 if I offend you. I like the Nuggets fans the other day. I was just getting on me in the comments about he's better than Joel Embiid, which I really still don't think he is, man. And it's just I'm going to make a reaction on that comments, because it's crazy. So yeah, Nikola Jokic, he's going to be my 3rd MVP. And let's go to the top 2. So really when it comes to me, it's really between Giannis and Joel Embiid, okay? And right now I'm going to just say Joel Embiid. Don't be mad at me. All right, so the only reason I'm saying Joel Embiid is because on par with Nikola Jokic, even though he's like 2nd in track and impact, I watched this man play. I watched the Nuggets, I watched the Bucks, I watched the 76ers, and man, I'm trying to tell you, the 76ers are so, even though they do win without Joel Embiid, but they suck without Embiid. Like, if Embiid wasn't on that team, they would not be near the playoffs. You could say the same thing for the Nuggets, but yikes. You know what I'm saying? Tyrese Maxey can go off some days, but it just, yikes. You know what I'm saying? That's literally the only thing I really have to say, man. Joel Embiid, he almost leading the NBA in scoring, rebounding. He's top 10 in. He leads his team in points per game and rebounding. James Harden came here. He's just not playing the same. And, Joel Embiid has to take a lot to win games. Like, it was so crazy how James Harden was playing usually, where he used to take less shots and he used to just like pass it, and he was open more. And now, like, as you've seen, like 2 weeks just gone by, it's just been a Joel Embiid show again. Like, it's just been crazy. People really say that he shouldn't be MVP is because his free throw attempts and how many free throws he get. It's just because, look, he's getting fouled like crazy. I wish I could say that, he's getting phantom calls. He just, like, people just, like, not really fouling him. No, he's getting hackled in the paint. You know what I'm saying? Because they know if they just wear down Joel Embiid, they have a chance of just winning. Because that's how much the team really, depends on Joel Embiid. I really feel like they should have got another playmaker, or they could have got more consistent shooters around him. And it's just, the defense around him is just crazy. I know they're going to step it up in the playoffs, but right now I have Joel Embiid as 2nd as MVP. He's a great defender. You know what I'm saying? One of the best shot blockers. Actually, I don't even say shot blockers. I'll call him a rim protector, because that's how good Joel Embiid has been on the defensive side. Nobody really calls him for that. I know I'm not saying the stats to back this up, but yeah, Joel Embiid. I'm gonna put it on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty lazy. But yeah, that's really it. That's where I'm gonna say Joel Embiid is going to be my 2nd MVP candidate. So obviously we already know who's gonna be number 1, and let's get to it. Okay, so we already know who my number one is going to be. Is Giannis Antetokounmpo, man. This man is going crazy. He's number 3 on the scoring list, scoring title. It's just like right there from. By the way, he can just like score like crazy. I know he just lost against the Mavs last night, but it's just not going to be that conversation where Giannis is just not this amazing two-way player. He's averaging 1 steal and 1 block. I mean, yeah, 1 steal, 1 block. Points per game, he's top 10, where he's just number 3. He's producing at like a great rate, by the way. Second in PER, rebounding per game, I think he's top 10, and it just assists per game. You know, it's not his job when it comes to usage to pass the ball, and he's just having like one of those crazy that he can pass the ball games. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about Giannis, people really just don't talk about how great and dominant he is on both floors. By the way, and this season he didn't even have his best rim protector with him, man. People really just don't like count it out. I really feel like the Bucks could have been another 55+ win team if Brook Lopez was playing, but Brook Lopez wasn't playing all year. I mean, he just came back, and you know, sometimes he just, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if he's injured again. But yeah, this man Giannis, you know what I'm saying? He's just been great this season. He's been consistent all season. I've seen Nikola Jokic have some slumps. I've seen Joel Embiid have some slumps. Giannis, his slumps was just injuries. That's literally it. He didn't miss that much of like a lot of time of this game, you know what I'm saying, of playing in the NBA. But when he came, when he came back, he just came back and dominated. Of course, the only thing I really have to say about Giannis is that sometimes he does be kind of passive. You know what I'm saying? He wants his team to be good for the playoffs, and yeah, that's really have to say. You know what I'm saying? He does trust Drew, and he does touch Chris Middleton. But the only reason I have Giannis as number 1 is because he's really just doing this on both floors. He's doing the same type of, I want to say the same type of things that Jokic is doing, but I'll say that he's doing that while doing a greater job of playing defense. And I'm just not saying that as in I'm trying to hate on Nikola Jokic or I'm trying to hate on Joel Embiid, but this man Giannis is just great. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all I have to say though. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you liked this. I know I'm saying like a lot of like and and I'm trying to get that out of my system. So yeah, thank you and have a great day.
No one wanted you.
I think about that every day.
Really?
Yeah.
And so what does it mean to you to be at this point where you're playing this well when everyone thought that Carmelo Anthony was done?
Well, the problem with that is everyone else thought that. I never believed that. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I took that on the chin.